Like
I'm with
I'm
you on
never,
it.
I'm unless Patrick Mahomes just keeps on stacking them and stacking them. I'm not going to put Patrick Mahomes in the top five quarterback conversation.
Oh,
I don't see him being better than Eli
look,
Manning or Tom Brady.
well, I have no idea. Like, I don't know. I have no idea how to start something like this. I've never done this before. So, we're here with two of my good friends, you could say. Partial boyfriends, some would even say. We got Alex, the Finn fan, right there. And we got
Oh,
Dawson on the far. Is that left or right, dude? I don't even know. He's on a side, though. All right. He's on a side. So,
Am I right?
yeah, I think he's on my right, too. Alex, you're kind of the sandwich between us here, buddy.
Yeah.
So we got Alex, who is a known Dolphins fan, and then we have Dawson, who is a known Lions fan, which is going to be perfect for this first topic of discussion. Look at him already smirking. Yeah, he already knows what's coming. Your boy Demo, man, he wants to leave. He wants to leave.
And he wants to go to the Dolphins.
No,
He
I heard he
told
wants to
me.
go to
He
New England.
told
He
me.
wants to
No,
go to
he
New
told
England.
me. He told
I'm
me.
here in
I
New
think
England.
he just needs some time to self-reflect, bro. Because
Well,
I mean, but we honestly, I'm not saying it would be a good decision because it wouldn't. But at the same time, like that boy Gibby put us on our back. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's like
and that's what I was going to bring up. So he took a step back production wise. He had 158 carries for 716 yards, and he had 8 touchdowns in 17 games. Now, while his numbers were kind of lesser, we got to also think of why they were lesser, right? Jahmyr Gibbs is maybe the best back in the NFL. So, for a backup running back who had 716 yards still, it's
that's
still
not bad.
pretty, right? It's
Yeah.
still pretty good, you know?
For the amount of playing time he had, you know what I mean?
I'm leaving that in. I'm leaving that in. So, like, think about it. Most running backs are happy to hit 700 when they're the starter, right? And you have Monty, who's a backup to maybe the best running back in the league, and he's still putting up these kinds of numbers, you know. So I understand where he's coming from because last year him and Gibbs had 1,000 yards rushing, and they had like, you're the Lions fan here, help me out. How many touchdowns combined did they have? Like 20, dude.
I think it was 22 or something. It was
Like
something
they
like
they had
that.
an incredible year, basically, is what I'm saying.
And
So
Sonic and Knuckles, baby.
Sonic and Knuckles, baby, right? So it's understandable, but I think he just fits their system, dude. It just fits their system.
It does. It's like, and at the same time, like, who are we gonna get that's as equivalent to him as a secondary running back? Because I mean, Gibbs does do a lot, but like he can't do it all by himself.
Right? Yeah, they have a change of pace back. You know,
And
right?
Montgomery's better for like running through people. Gibbs is more of like if he finds space, he's gone
Yeah,
type
that's what I
pro.
was gonna get to. You have the guy
Yep.
who are on, with Jameer, he's the guy where okay, you're down, you need big plays, you need chunk yards. He's your guy to go get them chunk yards. And with David, you have okay, we're inside the 5, punch a motherfucker in their mouth, right?
And basically run right through that line.
Because look, if you're in the I formation, okay, and I'm not trying to get all nerdy on y'all, but if you're in the I formation inside the 5 yard line and you run with Jameer, he's getting stuffed by a 2 tech. I'm
But
sorry,
yes, yes.
he's getting stuffed because he is not the guy that's going to carry somebody into the end zone with him. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think
He has to have space to really utilize what he
right,
does.
and he just fits their system. He just
He does.
Demo fits what Detroit wants to be. They
And
fit.
a lot of people think he's not that fast, but he actually is pretty
Mm.
quick for like how bigger he is and what he does. Like he's definitely quick.
Yeah, yeah, that was gonna be my next point. Is like their change of pace back, but don't get it twisted. Like Demo is still a burner. I think of a game that's notable for me when talking about this is the Ravens game when he was kind of the leading guy and he had that really good. I don't remember off the top of my
That
head
48
exactly.
yard run.
Yeah, thank
Yes.
you. So, he's still a burner. He's just an elusive burner, while Jameer is pure elusive, right? Pure elusive. Like that dude is insane.
If you give him even a foot of space, not even, bro, and he's going to cook. If it's a one-on-one run, and there is someone in front of him, he is most likely going to juke them and get around them every time because he's so fast.
It takes
You've
more
seen
than
it in
one.
person how fast he is with the ball in his hand.
Dude, that 68-yard touchdown run was magical, bro. He ran right by me. Ran right by me, dude. That was, oh my God. I think I came a little when he did it. I got to be honest. Like, it was just beautiful.
Beautiful.
It was just beautiful. So, I see. Okay, now this is my opinion, and you're probably going to have the same opinion because Lions fan, but I think Demo should stay, wait another year, and if your production is still the same, to where you're still wanting to get out, then you leave the next year, right? But who is he really gonna go be? I mean, to be fair, he could be a starter on a lot of teams right now, so I understand it. I just think, dude, Sonic and Knuckles, man, you can't break them up.
That's what I'm saying. And he is actually making he's making a good chunk of money. I don't know if anyone else is gonna offer
here? I'm
him
gonna
more.
look up his salary right now while we're.
I think it's like I don't want to say a number because I might be drastically wrong.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me use my phone. It'll probably be easier. Let's see. He's on an $18 million contract right now.
For 2 years, right?
Yeah, 2 years. Yep. So, okay, so 2027 will be his contract year.
Yeah.
So he's coming up on a contract year. So he still has his last year, essentially. That's what it's saying. So yeah, if I was him, I would wait till the contract year and then go see what you could do. Then go test your toes in the water with free agency. Like, look what Saquon did when, he was coming up on a contract year and he wanted to be traded. They didn't trade him. They waited until his contract year, went to the Eagles, maybe had the best year of his life, right? So
Yeah.
I think it's important for especially running backs where it's such a big pool of guys that can produce and how quickly running backs burn out in the league. You don't want to leave a situation where you're already established to go somewhere to where you're not guaranteed.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Like he could go somewhere like let me think. What's a good team that don't have the best running back? Like
think of a team like
I was gonna say the Raiders, but they have Genty, so it's like
right. But if he goes to the Raiders, he'd be in the same spot.
that's what I'm saying.
He'd be the Thunder to Genty's Lightning, So it's hard to find a team where he would be like the guy, like he's wanting to go be. It's just so tough when it comes to running backs in these kind of situations because you don't want to. You obviously don't want to just throw Montgomery out like he's trash because he's contributed a lot for this team.
And I feel like it's also going to depend a lot on like how the Lions do next year. Like if we're gonna, if we make the playoffs and he performs well in the playoffs or something, that's gonna make other teams want him even more if he keeps like, and they've already seen what he did in like 2023 and 2024. I want to say when he was like the guy before Jahmyr Gibbs was like really having his sunshine. It's like
when Jahmyr was a rookie in 23.
Yes.
Yeah. Before they really started splitting the backfield. Yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah, that's a good point because he could also go back and up his value, dude, and get a bigger 100%. Payday than what he could get right now. So that's a really good point. I think he should just come to New England.
I don't think so.
No, we kind of got our own Sonic and Knuckles. I mean, it's super watered down version, but we have Travion and Ramondre, who's a power in a lightning back. So, dude, I just talked about Travion in my video that's up on my channel about how fucking upset I was that we barely utilized him, and he's maybe the quickest dude on the team.
How do you feel about like how everyone was saying that Stephon Diggs was this and Stephon Diggs was that because he had tore his ACL and he came back and proved, like he was worthy to go to the Super Bowl. Like, not saying it was just him that did that, but he actually played incredible this year. Like he did.
Dude. We signed him to be the difference maker, right? We signed him to be the number one guy, and that's what he was.
Yeah.
The production maybe on paper wasn't there. Did he hit 1,000 yards? He might have just barely eclipsed 1,000 yards. But I think in the red zone, it showed a lot, to where his value was. I think we used him a lot in the red zone, which is good because you want to, right? That's the whole reason of going to get a number one guy is to be the difference maker inside the 20-yard lines, to be that guy that can, create separation to make things easier for your quarterback. So I think, he was coming off an ACL tear too. So it's kind of difficult to say, is he gonna or is he not gonna, right? But I think for what we signed him for and how he was,
He
I
did.
liked it.
I think he performed incredible,
Oh,
honestly.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And especially because you know how social media will take things and turn it upside down, basically,
Oh,
on people.
yeah.
It's
Dude,
horrible. It's like every single person was telling, like, "Oh, Stefan Diggs is this, Stefan Diggs is that." Well, honestly, I feel like boo them haters because he proved them wrong. Like,
oh, yeah.
honestly.
I'm so glad you brought this up, dude. I'm so glad you brought this up. You want to know my number one pet peeve?
What?
Makes my blood boil just thinking about it. I want to go punch a fat kid in Kmart, bro. The schedule argument with New England. That has been blown so far out of proportion with the media, and I feel like everybody is so hive-minded when it comes to this because of the media. Nobody's giving the Patriots credit making the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Everywhere I look, dude, it's the schedule, Mickey Mouse run, whatever. This team was 4-13 last year. This is why the schedule argument to me doesn't make sense, because it's like, how are you going to say that about a team that was 4-13? Obviously, they're going to get an easier schedule. Okay. Right. Now, you want to really talk about something? Josh Allen played that same Denver defense that we did the following week. Josh
yeah,
Allen had 5 turnovers. And I'm not saying Drake played better than Josh, because he did not, especially yards wise. But I think Drake kept his team in better situations than what Josh did. Josh created a 10-point swing before halftime
yeah.
just from fumbling. And if they really want to get into it, Matthew Stafford, I've had this argument before on my channel, so I'm so glad you brought this up, dude. This is a perfect time to go in on these people. Matthew Stafford and Drake May played common opponents. Them common opponents being the Falcons, Ravens. It's not off the top of my head exactly, but like there was like okay, whatever. It was like 4 or 5 teams. Drake May in those games were undefeated. He had more touchdowns, he had more yards, less interceptions than Matthew Stafford did. The MVP winner, by the way. Right?
Yeah.
So that's just another block for my schedule argument, right? So whether or not this team's schedule was easy, this team, if you would have gave them this schedule in 2020 when we lost Brady, or in 2021 when Mac was a rookie, 2022, 2023
You would not have
especially,
done as good.
that they would have been 5-12, 4-13 yet again. People do
Yep.
not understand that, right? Like, they are still improving whether of the schedule or not. Now, did them being 4-13 last year help them get an easier schedule? Obviously, but you can only play who's in front of you, and
Right.
that's what they did. And you want to say they didn't deserve the Super Bowl? Sure, I'll give you that. Even I'm a Patriots fan.
They
They didn't
definitely
deserve it.
deserve, but this is the thing. They definitely deserve the Super Bowl
They
because
deserve to
it don't
be
matter.
in there, not to win it, is what I'm
Right.
saying.
Well,
Yeah.
it don't matter though who you play in the NFL. They are all at a professional level. You could play a team that is 2-11, and they could have one good game and play like the best team in the league. You know what I mean?
Perfect point to that. Panthers, Rams, week 14. Panthers beat the Rams. Then they almost beat the Rams again in the wild card round.
Yeah, exactly.
It's any given Sunday in the NFL. Any
Right.
given Sunday. I do not care if it's the 2000, I'm so sorry for this reference, the 2008 0-16 Lions
Yeah.
playing the 2007 17-0 Patriots. Look what happened in 07 in the Super Bowl. New
Yeah.
England lost to the Giants, right?
Yeah.
So we got to remember, like, we're not talking about college where the discrepancy is up and low, where you're playing a Bama to your Southern Miss Georgia Tech School of Special Ed or whatever, right? It's all professional athletes.
Well, dude, and the Seahawks this year, like if you look at the scores of all the people they were versing, they put shame on some good teams. Like
Yes.
beat them, they were at like 40 something, and the other team's at 12. You know, like
45-7, they beat the Niners in the divisional.
Yeah,
And then,
exactly.
yes,
And the Niners are not a bad team, like at
no,
all.
Niners are no slouch, dude. They made it there with all them injuries, you know?
Exactly.
So we got to remember the Seahawks defense is elite. Them and the Texans defense were the 2 best in the NFL.
Yep.
I've said it over and over multiple times. I didn't even think the Patriots were going to beat the Texans because of how good their defense was. And you want to know something? I'm gonna read you off something that I posted in September on my TikTok. And it's going to shock you, okay? Get ready. Right here.
Yep, I'm listening.
Seahawks might be a team to watch if that defense could keep playing like that. September 9th, 2025. I said Seahawks could be a team to watch if their defense kept playing like that. In September, I said that. Like, dude, this team has been legit all year. Them signing Sam Darnold was legit. Them getting
Would they
Rashid
go like
Shaheed,
16 and would they go? Was it 15-3 or 16-3?
they went. I think they went 14-3.
Oh yeah.
Here. They went 14-3.
Okay. Yep.
Yep, 14-3. So we're talking about a 14-3 team who was 10-7 last year, going against another 14-3 team in New England, but who was 3-14 last year. So the discrepancy wasn't there.
No, they definitely and like you I don't know because like a lot of people compare like the Seahawks to the I feel like the Seahawks honestly did deserve the Super Bowl. Their coach is a very smart man. Like he
But
really
dude, I think people tilt your phone up like a little bit, or scoot back a tidbit. There you go. Okay, yeah, but Mike McDonald, people forget that he was the defensive coordinator on the Ravens when they had that
they
amazing
won.
defense. So, like, Mike McDonald's no slouch, dude. He is an amazing defensive guy, and defense wins championships. That's the saying, old as time.
Mm-hmm.
Look what it did. And, that segues perfectly into what I want to talk about next is, can they repeat? Can the Seahawks go back to back? It's hard, man.
Honestly, it is hard because like you said, like it does have a lot to do with your schedule next year, who you're going to play when you have such a good record. Like take this for reference, like when we went to the playoffs, the Lions, we had a crazy run, like a really good. We played great that year, and then we did have a hard schedule this year, and I'm still honestly not sad to where we were at. Like you win some, you lose some. I really want us to go to the playoffs and win the Super Bowl, but like, it's everyone hopes that for their hometown team. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like though with our didn't we get a new OC?
Yep. It
Yep,
was
we got a new.
Cardinals offensive coordinator.
Yeah, yep, we got him. And the Cardinals, I mean, they're not the best team, but I feel like they definitely he knows what anything's better than what we had, bro. I'm not gonna lie, because like you said, even our defense sometimes. Why do you the 4-3, the 4-3 coverage, bro? Like, why, bro? It's like, dude. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. It definitely, you guys like the Patriots are not gonna. No one's gonna be able to say crap about who they play next year because they had a great run this year. They're gonna have hard teams, and it's not like they had a cakewalk schedule. Like I said, if you're in the NFL, your team is not bad. Like it's not.
Exactly.
You're versing professionals that do it for a living. They train every day to do the things that they do. It's like.
Yep. Dude, you took the words and you just fucking yanked them from my throat right there.
Yeah.
Seriously, like that's exactly my argument with that schedule thing is everybody's a professional athlete. Everybody is the top 1% of athletes. I don't care if it's Joe Flacco. He is a top 1% athlete.
Yes.
He is a National Football League quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
All of these guys are.
Even the backup quarterbacks.
Yes, even the backups, dude. They would torch you. People
even
do not
like
understand.
I said, you know how I said like if Bo Nix would have been in, it would have been a better game. At the same time, the backups quarterback for the Broncos is not a rookie.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's not someone that's never, he might not have played a game in like 2 years. That don't mean he don't train every day, throw consistent balls every day. It's like,
and
it's still gonna be.
I'll play devil's advocate to what you just said, just so we don't get comments saying Bo Nix is better. Obviously, he's the starter. Bo Nix is obviously better, but his point is Jarrett Stidham is no slouch either. It's not like they're calling retired Phillip Rivers from the couch.
Yes.
Jarrett Stidham is a National Football League quarterback, meaning he has done the work. He has been in this league. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. He's done it. He's seen it. He's trained for it. We drafted the man.
Yeah.
So nobody would know better than me that Jarrett Stidham, while he's a backup quarterback, I'll use quotations, is still in the NFL at quarterback.
Yes.
So people need to understand this a little bit more when they're talking about easy schedule or cupcake run. There is no such thing as a cupcake run.
No, just like people say, compare that to the Broncos, because the Broncos, they had an easy, quote unquote, easy schedule.
Yeah, they have the same argument as us.
That's what I'm saying. You're still running through teams that they're not rookie teams, bro. It's like they know what they're doing. They're an NFL team. That's like saying, this guy from D2 is better than this guy in D1. You know, he didn't have the same opportunities, but he's still there. Well,
Right.
guess what? He's obviously in D2 for a reason. If he was in D1, he would be, you know, in D1. It's that same type of argument.
Buddy, you about nailed this bit to the T, man. Let me tell you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't know. It definitely it ticks me off a little bit. Like you know, obviously I've joked with you saying that but then you know we've actually talked about it, and I've told you like everyone used to love the Patriots at some point when Tom Brady was the quarterback because
When the
he's the
dynasty
best.
was first
That's what I'm
booting up,
saying.
dude.
And
Same
like
thing
you
that
said,
happened to the
you
Chiefs.
stayed with them. That's how you know you were an actual people like when we had Matthew Stafford and Kelvin Johnson, or like when we had, you know, Barry Sanders. Oh, all the Lions fans are, oh, the stadiums are packed, like this and that. Then we started like you said, we went what 0-16 or 0-17.
Yep,
Yes.
0-16 in
Nobody wanted to
2008.
watch those games, bro. I was sitting there watching the games. I'm like, you know, maybe we'll get better next year. Maybe we'll get better next year. And then now that we got Sonic and Knuckles and
Yep.
you know, Amon Ra, all these good people, freaking Aiden Hutchinson, you know, like then everyone wants to come back, and it's like they're all clowning them for losing the games and blaming it on the refs. Yeah, obviously every team is gonna get messed by the refs at some point. The
Yeah.
refs,
everybody.
that's how it goes. You know what
Refs
I
blow
mean?
calls all the time. That's just
Yeah,
how it goes.
you can't call every game perfectly. That's not how it's gonna work. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like, and like I said, you know how like Max Crosby in the interview he said he would, you know, wouldn't mind going to the Lions. Did you see that?
Yep.
I'm just putting that out there. If we get
Hey,
Max
you want to know?
Crosby,
Hey, let me drop a little grenade on that one. You know what else he said?
what?
His favorite coach that he'd want to play for is Mike Vrabel,
Yeah.
buddy. So we'll see. We'll see who ends up getting him.
Honestly, I feel like it'd be a better strategical move for him to go to the Patriots just because dude, why is my camera doing this? It's just won't stay now. There we go. Okay.
There you go. There you go. He's
All right.
back. He's back.
He's back like he never left. But yeah, no. I honestly feel like honestly, I'm not saying that this is what messed us this year, but just like the Broncos, you know, we had a lot of injuries this year. Like, and not just a injury for like a week at a time, like a whole season worth of, you know, you're not playing this year. Like Brian Branch, people don't think that affected us. That really affected
Dude,
us.
Brian Branch is a monster. He missed. I want to say he almost missed as many games as he played this year.
Yes.
Maybe even more. Correct me if I'm
I
wrong,
think
but
no, he did. He missed more games than he
he could
played
was
this
okay.
year.
So he was suspended for like 3 games when I went and
Yep.
seen them. So he didn't play that game, and then what? Couple? I think maybe like 3 weeks later he tore his Achilles. Right.
Yes.
So that's what I went and seen him in week 7. So he got suspended like I think like week 3, week 4 maybe. So yeah, he might have missed more games than he played, dude. And that's
Sewell. Sewell is
yeah,
a
Penei
dog.
Sewell. Yep.
And he missed I think he only missed like 4 games or 3 games. I don't know for sure, but
But you
that man
felt
right
it,
there.
huh? Yeah, you felt
Dude,
it
dude,
when he was
yes.
gone. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it was like I want to say it was like almost 20 players that got injured this season. And
Yeah.
not like for
I
the whole season, but like at certain times, and
no, I know
that
what you're
really
talking. I
cooked
seen
us.
that same thing. Yep.
Yeah. It
And
really cooked us.
I think that just goes to credit like what the 49ers did a lot because they lose Fred Warner, they lose Nick Bosa, George Kittle went out in that playoff game. I want to say
Yep,
maybe
he did.
yeah, okay. So it was the playoff game, and really they didn't have him steadily for the whole year. Christian McCaffrey was the only healthy guy the whole year, which is kind of ironic, knowing that
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey is an injury prone dude. So
Yes.
it kind of shows that like good coaching can go a long way because while that team was still so injury riddled, they managed to get to the divisional round of the playoffs and beat a. Now I'm not an Eagles fan. Eagles fans like do not crucify me if I'm wrong on this. As far as I know, they beat a healthy Eagles team in the wild card.
Yeah.
You know, so good coaching goes a long way. A long way.
Yeah.
Jags
All
went
I know,
Trayvon
bro,
Walker.
is I pray and hope that the Lions get there because we have all the puzzle pieces. Like we have a great offense and a great defense. We have all the pieces.
Yeah.
We just have to piece them together.
You got to put it together, man. It's a game of longevity. It's a game
Yep.
of staying healthy. You know, it's a game of adversity, right? next guy up mentality you got to have for your guys. So it's just there's many things that go into a year for a team, dude. Like think of Joe Burrow. This is segue right perfectly into our next segment. Joe Burrow injured for the first half of the season or more the last couple of years. They've missed the playoffs. Makes you
Yep.
wonder, like, will they ever get back to that 2021, 2022 playoff success that they've had?
Yes.
Because
It's
they're going to
always a
lose.
giant what if.
Right. They're going to
really is.
lose Trey Hendrickson. He does not
Yep.
want to be there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You got three guys, T. Higgins, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, taking up about 50% of your cap space. You're going to be locked up for a long time with them three. You've got to do something with them, right? You've got to protect Joe Burrow.
Jamar Chase is amazing.
He's amazing. And I think the Bengals are kind of a living example of defense wins championships because that offense, top tier, right? They're like, dude, top 3, 4, 5, even 2 in total yards every year offensively, but they're 32nd first, 30th ranked in defense every year. So defense wins championships, man, and they're going to be fucked. Yeah. They have to start drafting better down the board defensively. Shamar Stewart was an okay pick. He hasn't really panned out. I mean, dude got into a fight with the owner within his first couple months being there and almost went back to college.
Yep.
Like, what do they have going on over there to where their defense is this bad?
Yeah, exactly.
They literally have nothing going for them right now in terms of, a team that I think of is the Rams after their Super Bowl win. They went all in for the Super Bowl win, and then they were bad. And it's just, the Bengals didn't even get the Super Bowl win.
Wait, but speaking of the Rams, what do you think about Puka? Because I think he's a dog. I think Puka's a dog.
He sucks. I'm just kidding. No, obviously Puka is like... Now, okay, this might ruffle some feathers. Is Puka good? Or is Puka a product of Sean McVay's scheme?
That could be true, yeah.
The way they run, and yes, obviously, individual talent always trumps schemes. I get that. But the way that Sean McVay schemes up Puka, puts him in C gap, he'll have him, okay, they'll run a heavy formation with one receiver. They'll motion him all the way in the formation behind the tight end. Like he's going to block, and he'll go out on a route from behind the tight end.
That's
Who
smart.
else is thinking of this stuff besides Sean McVay,
Exactly.
Now, obviously, like I said, Puka individually, yes, is a great receiver. Talented receiver.
His size,
guy.
too. He's a big boy. Like, he's like 6'5", isn't he? Or like something like that.
I don't think he's 6'5", but I think he's like 6'2". He's definitely up there. Let's see. Puka Nacua height. He's 6'2". Okay, so he's not 6, but like he's still a big body receiver. And if you watch him play, he runs routes like he's 5'11", like an Odell Beckham. Is what I see when I see Puka Nacua in terms of route running ability. He gets into DB's blind spots pretty damn good. So he's good individually, but he's also kind of like, I hate to say it, Amon-Ra. He's schemed open, He's schemed into a lot of these successful positions to get open, which is, dude, Sean McVay's a genius.
All I got to say, though, is for the people that compare Amon-Ra to Kelvin Johnson, bro, I'm swiping left. I'm not going to lie. Like, no. When Kelvin Johnson was on that team, bro, you didn't even know the other receivers' names that were on his team. Like
Calvin was running like 4.4 40 at 6'5".
Yes,
dude, he was like a damn tight end, but
I
could
think he had
outrun
like a
DBs.
39 or 42-inch vertical or something.
Oh,
crazy.
It was up there. I guarantee you, it was up there.
Yes, it was.
I guarantee
crazy.
you.
Yeah, he's a top 3 receiver for sure.
Oh yeah. He's a freak of nature. I don't know. The only other receiver athletically that I could compare, maybe Julio Jones. Even then, Julio was a bit smaller, I believe. And then maybe Randy Moss.
Yeah, Randy Moss.
Those are the only 2 guys I think of that were true height, weight, speed freaks. Especially down the field. Like, you want to talk about a guy who could box somebody out, go down the field and make grabs.
Over more than one person. Because a lot of the time, Amon-Ra, like, don't get me wrong, he gets doubled and tripled, but they don't fear him like they feared Kelvin Johnson. People literally were scared to guard Kelvin Johnson because of how his routes were so quick and he's so big. Like he's gonna run through you most likely if
You
you're in
want
front of him.
to, you
Yeah,
know, the infamous Saints photo where there's two Saints on him at the goal line. He looks like a
yeah.
gunner. That's
Just
anytime anybody tries to argue with me over Calvin Johnson, anything, I just, yep, that photo. That's all the proof I need right there.
yeah,
So, that I mean, dude, he looked like a gunner. It looked like punt on the
yes,
field, but they're at the goal line. Like that's how scared defenses were of this man.
yeah. He was
It
a man.
was, yeah, it was pretty, dude. Calvin was a beast, man, and he even retired early, dude.
Yeah, I
And
know. But
we,
I feel like he still could have played for at least 3 more years.
he was he 28 when he retired?
Yeah, he was 20.
So, and we already talk about him like he's a top 3 receiver of all time. If he kept going like a natural receiver lifespan and do like maybe 33, like Larry Fitz,
Like I
he could
appreciate
have
him
been
for being
higher.
loyal, dude. But if he would have went to a better team,
Yeah,
dude. And I hate saying that as a Lions fan, but like, dude, you recognize the talent of him, and he just didn't want to leave the Lions. If he would have like strategically been there, he would have definitely like he would have been a Super Bowl team, whatever team he was on. The
oh yeah,
Lions
yeah,
just did
yeah,
not have it going for us. Like,
yeah. He was even on that '08 Lions team when they got
yeah,
Stafford. How do you go? How do you go 0-16 with the great Calvin Johnson, dude?
yeah,
That just shows how much a quarterback matters, dude.
it really
That
does.
goes to show how much a QB matters, how much an offensive line matters, and how
Yep.
much a defense matters. Those are like the three pillars of good
And
fundamental football.
like there's a lot of debate on like why it's almost always like it's damn near and not impossible, but it is to win a MVP if you're not a quarterback. It's because like a quarterback is not just like if a receiver, he's gonna get, like running yards, he's gonna get passing. A quarterback has everything matters in the quarterback. You're getting, your sack numbers, your amount of
Yep.
TDs, your
Yep.
amount of rushing yards. Every individual thing matters when you're a quarterback.
Yeah.
Like that is
Plus,
a
I mean,
hundred
dude, they
percent the
touch the
most
ball like
part.
99% of the time.
Yes.
So it's hard to outbeat a quarterback when, it goes to show like how good Adrian Peterson was, the last
Yeah.
non-quarterback MVP winner.
But yeah.
Yeah, when Adrian Peterson won MVP, dude, that just goes to show like he was kind of the quarterback for the Vikings in
Yeah.
a sense because he was that important to his team. Because nowadays, Saquon ran for 2,000 yards last year, and that man did not win MVP. Derrick
Yeah.
Henry ran 2,000 yards, and oh god, dude, my memory is kind of fading on what year, but 2020,
I think it was 22.
22 sounds about
Yeah.
right. So, and then we just had Jonathan Taylor, who didn't run for 2,000 yards, but had a good had a good chunk amount of his offense's yards.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show like how hard it really is to be an MVP when you're not the guy touching the ball every play, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to Kenneth Walker, dude, winning Super Bowl MVP as a running back.
Mm-hmm.
So that good for him, man. Good for him. I'll clap for that. But it's just hard to win it when you're not QB, when you're not the guy that's constantly calling the plays, making the reads, and doing the quote unquote dirty stuff, right? I mean,
Wait,
running backs are a dirty
didn't
position.
AP just get put in the Hall of Fame too?
I don't know.
I thought I seen it.
Let's see. He might not even be in the Hall of Fame right now yet. I don't think
I thought they did this year. I don't know.
he. Hang on, it's loading. Give her a second here. Oops, he is not.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. He's not even eligible to next year, because I don't think he even retired until like 2023, dude. So I don't think. Yeah, he
How
wasn't
many
even
years
eligible.
did they have to wait until? Is it 4?
I'm pretty sure it's 4 because Brady's eligible next year too.
Mm-hmm.
So Brady's getting in.
If Brady don't get in, I'm probably gonna, stop watching NFL.
If Brady don't get in, I'm never going to the Hall of Fame again. I live like an hour away from the Hall of Fame. I'll never go again, dude. I
Yep.
spend so much money there when I go. It's unreal, bro. It is
No, that'd be
unreal.
awesome. Like to see that.
We gonna go, buddy. Don't you worry.
Nope.
This summer we going. We're going to NFL games. We're going to the Hall of Fame. We're doing so much shit this summer. Don't you worry.
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
We're gonna be doing it all, man.
All I know though is this year, like, even though it wasn't like the best year for the Lions, I did feel like the level of like, in terms of how much your defense mattered, really showed this year. Like
Yes, it
The
was the year of the
Broncos, like
defenses,
take the
especially in the
Broncos
postseason.
for effect. If the Broncos, like sometimes the Broncos offense did not play the best games. Their
Yeah,
defense was so elite that they were getting a stop after stop after stop. You know
dude.
what I mean?
Literally, the whole AFC Championship game was a
Yes.
defensive slug. So
Yeah.
it definitely, especially in the postseason, dude, it was the year of the defense.
Yeah, it was.
It was the year of the defense, man. And it was just I kind of like that. I love the year of the defense because I love defense. So
Me too.
it's really hard to win in that league without a good, sturdy, elite defense, especially once you get in the postseason. And I think that proved it.
Yeah.
I think that proved it.
Let's talk. Okay, let's talk about how much like criticism Drake May's getting when
Oh
he
God.
literally. We were going at the stats the one day. Didn't you say he was one of the most sacked quarterbacks in the league and still had the most like?
Yeah.
What was
Yep.
it? Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna get the base stats out of the way. Drake was the most sacked quarterback in 2025.
Yep.
His EPA per play, meaning how efficient was he per drop back, was the highest in the league still,
Yep.
right? So and he was sacked the most times in a postseason history.
Yeah.
In 4 games, that man was sacked. Guess how many?
I'm gonna say, wasn't it like 22, 23 times maybe?
Close, 21 times.
Okay.
He broke a previous record, which was Joe Burrow's record. Funnily enough,
Like
we were just
18?
talking about 19.
19. I'm so close, dude. Yeah.
So you're right there, dude. But that's not a record you want
No.
as an offensive line, right? So they're gonna call me the crazy Patriots fan because it's Drake May MVP, Drake May MVP, right? But Drake was I still believe he was MVP, whether Super Bowl loss or not. I don't care.
He
I
was
do
the
not
most
care.
efficient. He was the most efficient.
MVP is a regular season award.
Yes.
If you want to talk about, okay, what about before Mahomes won MVP in the Super Bowl and in the regular season, there hasn't even been a double MVP winner, and I don't even know how many years.
Yeah.
And that was never brought up, okay? MVP is a regular season award, okay?
Yeah.
And in the regular season, Drake May, on a per drop back basis, was more efficient than Matthew Stafford. When Drake was throwing to lesser weapons than Matthew Stafford. And I'm not taking anything away from Matthew. Matthew deserves his MVP. I'll give flowers where flowers are due. I just think their term of MVP is so fluctuating because last year they gave it to Josh when Lamar had better numbers,
Yep.
but they said Josh was more value to the team, right? MVP. So this year, if they're going by the same formula, shouldn't it be Drake over Matthew? Matthew had
Right.
better stats.
And
but I
better.
think-
No offense to your team, but he definitely had better receivers too.
Right. No, I'm with you on that, right? So Drake had the lesser stats. Matthew, had the better stats.
Mhm.
Drake was more valuable to the Patriots.
Yes.
Right? You take Drake off that Patriots team, I swear to you, I don't think we win even 3 games.
Yeah.
Genuinely. So, and like I said, I'm not trying to diss Stafford. I'm not dissing nobody. He won MVP, highest of the highest awards in the National Football League.
Yes.
He deserves it, obviously. All I'm saying is their term of MVP has just been thrown around.
It's fluctuating for sure.
Yes, because how are you going to give it to Allen last year when Lamar had the better stats? So if your criteria is valuable player, and then you're going to give it to the guy because he had the better stats the following year.
Lamar Jackson literally had as many rush yards as a quarterback as the most like running backs have, dude.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
yeah.
It was crazy.
And to go one more year back on that, if we're really talking about it, so they gave Lamar the MVP in 2023 when Dak had the better stats.
Oh yeah, Dak was a dog that year, dude.
So you see what I'm saying? How it's been fluctuated from stats to valuable. They don't even know what they want to vote for.
Yep. And everyone wants to say like this is Seattle's get back at the Patriots for beating them in the Super Bowl.
No, dude.
There's no get back, bro. It's everyone wants to see, like a good football game. The thing was, dude, is literally like you said, Will Campbell. Like if he would have done better, like no offense to him, but like it would have been, it would have been different. It definitely would have.
I'm gonna add on to your there is no get back. These are 2 separate teams from 12 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's a lot of there's a lot of starters on these teams that weren't even in college barely yet.
Yeah.
12 years ago.
Fresh out of high school, if not in high school.
Like the Patriots have a whole new identity now. So do the
Like,
Seahawks.
isn't Drake May like 23 years?
23? Yep. 12 years ago, that man was a middle schooler.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dude.
Like,
yeah.
This was just a good, yes, on paper, Super Bowl rematch. But in terms of the storylines and the players and the coaching, Bill isn't there. Brady's not there. Edelman's not there. Gronk, I can go down the list. I can go down and on. Seahawks, there's no beast mode. There's no Russ. There's no Pete Carroll. There's no Doug Baldwin. There's no Jermaine Kearse. Like, these are two new
And
generation separate teams.
coaches.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
well, wait, who's the Patriots coach 12 years ago?
Bill Belichick.
Yeah. Okay.
I just said Bill Belichick.
Bell. Ring the bell.
So I don't get that get back stuff. Like, yes, the Seahawks won the Super Bowl. There was no revenge though. Not a single starter on that team was even on the team 12 years ago.
Exactly.
It makes no sense.
It's not a rivalry. Like, I get the rivalry between like Ohio State and Michigan or something small like that. But like you said, they still don't have the same players, you know. They're constantly recruiting new players because it's college. It's like, you can't compare that. And that's like saying, who was it? Crap, let me think of this. Who did the Patriots play that was like a super close game in the Super Bowl? Why can't I think of it?
What year? Give me a year, I'll tell you.
Wasn't it like 2018 or 19, I think?
The Falcons Patriots 28-3?
No, it was
Rams Patriots 13-3?
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, maybe it was that. Cuz like it wasn't a bad game. It was just a super I feel like those games were
you're definitely talking about Rams Patriots, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good game. Like I remember watching that game. That was a good game.
It was a really good defense. See that's
defense.
The thing that casual watchers don't understand is just because it's low scoring does not mean it's a bad game.
No, that's actually makes it a better game because then your defense is doing what they're supposed to, and your offense is still. People don't realize how important a good kicker is on your team, bro. That is literally, like you said, 9 points out of the first half. That was all field goals. That was literally, without that, they would have went for the 4th down. They probably would have got, I don't think they would have made the 4th down. They would have been cooked, been 0-0, at the first half.
Yeah.
No, instead they're going to take the 35-yard field goal. You know
I think Ravens fans want to talk to you about bad kickers.
Against the Steelers?
Yeah. I think Ravens fans got something to say about bad kickers. Tyler Lube, man, what a fucking mess. I was there to witness it all.
If coach would have put me in, all I'm going to say is I would have missed too. But, like, at the same time, bro, you're a professional. And a lot of the kickers are soccer players. Like, they're literally soccer players.
Yeah, a good portion of them, they have soccer background, yeah.
Yep, exactly. And then, bro, your one job, dude. And, like you said, though, you got to equivalent the wind. If the wind is whipping, bro, it's going to throw you off so horrible. Like, it's going to fuck you up. And if you don't, like, if you have perfect windshields, but you kick the ball a little bit to the right, or you kick it like your foot don't touch at the right spot, you want it to land flat on your foot, not the very tip of your foot, because that just throws off the accuracy so much. Like, a kicker is so important on the team. Like, when we play in franchise and shit, like, if you have a bad kicker, what was his name? The Rising.
Ivan Doschenheiser, baby!
Yeah, kicking 80-yard field goals. Like,
buddy, anytime I got stopped, there was no stop. There was 3 points.
That's crazy. Like,
yeah.
Like you said,
I'm so glad you brought up my guy, Ivan, dude. Shout out Ivan.
He was a dog. I'm not gonna lie.
He was a beast.
I had a great season that run though.
When we recording episode 2, brother? I've been waiting on you.
I'm down. Honestly, I have to work tomorrow. After tomorrow, whenever.
Buddy, I'm unemployed right now. I'm down whenever. All right.
Okay. I'm down too.
You just let me know, son. I've been on that YouTube grind. Dude, I uploaded a 3.5-hour video yesterday. I uploaded, did you see my story? The one where I became the offensive coordinator at Ole Miss? That's a 3.5-hour video.
Holy cow.
It's a good video, though.
I'll have to go to sleep and watch it. No, I'm just playing.
That's why I kind of make those kind of videos, is because, I mean, this is not even football related. I don't even know if this will make the final cut. It might. But in my opinion, that's why I make those videos, because when I'm scrolling on YouTube and I'm about to go to bed, I want a long form video to fall asleep to,
Yep.
And like I don't expect them to because the YouTuber I watch is Bangle and he uploads like a lot of long form stuff too.
Yep.
You watch Bangle too, so you know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
talking about.
Yep.
Yes, they're like I do watch a good portion of them, but I'll fall asleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because that's what I like. I like to fall asleep with
And it
background
puts you
noise.
on edge to where you like kind of don't want to fall asleep at the same time,
Yeah,
but you do
yeah,
because you want to keep watching. It's so good, you know.
yeah.
But yeah, we'll definitely have to make that part 2 here soon. Are we gonna? We'll talk about this later. Actually, like we'll
We
just
can,
yep.
yeah.
But
We can
do
call
you
after
have any
this.
other notes like you want to add on?
Yeah, we're gonna end it on this one, right? I think this podcast has been super fun. I've been having a
Yep.
blast. I don't know about you,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh yeah, dude. I love talking about
We're
football.
definitely look. We're doing this more. We're
Oh
doing
yeah,
this more.
I'm down.
Okay. So this is what we're gonna end it with. The Patriots 4-13 last year to the Super Bowl this year. Who is the next team that you think can make a jump like that to where they went from last to, and I'm not saying necessarily make the Super Bowl, but who's a team that you see that could go from last to being a playoff team or becoming, maybe a Super Bowl team? I don't know. Like, who
This
can
is
make that jump for you?
incredibly. This is gonna sound so biased because I'm a Lions
Okay.
fan, but
All right,
like,
here we go.
listen, I have 2 teams that I really think that, like, honestly, the Lions didn't do horrible while we were 9-8.
They qualify. They were last place, so they
Yeah,
qualify.
they do. If like our offensive coordinator is what he is supposed to be, and we do good, I'm not saying I see us going to the Super Bowl, but I definitely feel like we could have a better run next year than we
Oh
did
yeah,
this year.
yeah.
Well, like I said, we have all the pieces, and another team is well, the Raiders are out of this, bro. If they're getting rid of Max Crosby, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
We'll see what happens. There's so much that could happen.
yeah, that is true. Like, cause they're probably gonna get like, I don't know who would be a smart person for them to even sign.
Well, they're gonna take Fernando Mendoza, #1 in the draft, I would say.
Yep,
So there's your quarterback.
yeah,
I think if they
that's a
let's
huge change though, like you said.
right.
New quarterback.
Here's why I don't believe what Max is saying. Miles Garrett, when he was on his contract year with the Browns, was saying the same stuff. How he wanted out. He even requested a trade, but it was
Yep,
all a ploy to get a bigger contract.
yep,
And I think
exactly.
that's what Max is doing. I don't think he really wants to leave. I think he just wants the bigger contract. So I don't believe he's leaving.
But I also don't knock him if he does leave. You
But
know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
for sure. The Raiders have been super
Especially
bad.
if he,
They've
honestly, if he goes to the Lions or the Patriots, it's over, bro.
he's
It's
coming over
so
here. He's
over.
coming over here.
He's coming over here, but yeah.
Yeah, eh,
What
I
team
think
are you
Max is gonna
thinking
stay.
though, like that could do what the Patriots did?
Me, I have a couple that comes to mind right off rip. I think the Bengals could get back to their winning days.
100%.
I think the Bengals are a really good opportunity or a really good option to be in this category. I think I look at a team like the Raiders. Really, it's so hard to predict, right?
It
Like
really
what's
is.
gonna happen. But
Anything could happen. Like even in the
right.
preseason, something a career-ending injury. I hate to nut that on someone, but like literally, someone like say if Gibbs got injured, like in the preseason or
Well, that's a
something,
big one,
that
dude.
that
That's a
would
big one.
that would suck, dude. But like,
So I got a good one for you. You ready for it?
yep,
I'm gonna say the Giants. They
yeah,
got Coach Harbaugh. They got Jackson Dart. Cam Scadaboo's coming back.
yep,
They got Malik Neighbors coming back off of that ACL tear. If he's the same, he's going to be a playmaker. That front seven is a beast. You got Kayvon Thibodeau, Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, and then Abdul Carter. Their secondary needs some help, but I believe John Harbaugh will come in there and help it. He's a good defensive guy. I'm saying the Giants. Now, call me crazy, but this is a prediction, right? Patriots were 4-13 last year. If we would have hopped on, if it was February 11th, 2025, and Super Bowl 59 just ended, and I said Patriots are going to the Super Bowl next year, you'd laugh at me.
oh,
You'd straight laugh at
100%,
me.
yes, 100%.
So who's to say it couldn't be the Giants or the
That's what I'm saying.
Raiders
Yep,
or the Lions in your case? Like who's
yep,
to say it can't be these teams?
yep.
That's why I love the NFL, bro. You never know what's gonna happen. You never know who's gonna make the jump up.
All
You
you
never know
do
who's
is
gonna
just
make the jump
hope
down.
for the best and try to put the stats together. But like even though the Seahawks won this year, next year they could go 4-13. You know, you never
The Rams
know.
did it in their Super
Yep,
Bowl year.
exactly. They came back the next year and played like I don't want to say it, but dog poop, like dog poop. But
Yeah,
yeah.
they were pretty bad. I had to mute because I had to fart, so I didn't want to include it, but it's a bit of a stinker. So
Yep. But no, I definitely understand what you're saying, and like, but I don't know how this is gonna like sit with people. But how do you feel about Aiden Hutchinson coming back and still having like a really good? He still played really good for coming back from that bad of an injury.
he had the best career of his year, or best
Yeah,
year of his
that's what I'm
career, in
saying.
my opinion, coming back from that kind of injury
Yeah.
and to have that kind of production. If I was a Lions fan, I'd be real excited about that because you guess what? He's only going to get better. How
Yeah.
old is
Exactly.
Aiden? He's like 24,
24. Yeah.
25.
Yep. 24 or something. Yeah.
Like he can't be that much older, than 26. So he's gonna be a beast. He's obviously your guys is your rock on defense.
Yep.
You guys need better corner
Just like
help.
just like Brian Branch.
Oh yeah,
That
Brian
man
Branch is an X
that
factor
man
back
is a
there for
dog.
sure. Yeah, I think you guys need better corner help though. I
Yep.
think the offensive line is gonna have some holes now.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure didn't Frank Ragnow retire?
Yep. He did. Yep.
So I believe someone out, Dan Skipper's retiring, isn't he?
Yep.
So you're going to need some offensive line help.
Mhm.
And if you want to really get crazy with these predictions, I know you got Isaac Tesla. I think
He's
another receiver would be
beast.
good. I think
He's
another receiver in the mix would be nice.
Yes, it would because well, and Williams is a dog too.
Oh yeah, J-Mo's a beast. Amon-Ra's a beast.
He's yes, like honestly, I feel like because Laporta got injured, so we didn't have Laporta for a while. Like if he's not like the same when because that's the thing, just like everyone was saying about Stephon Diggs, he would come back and not be because of how
Right.
he's not like super old, but he's getting up there.
Yeah, I think he's like 30,
Yeah.
31.
That's pretty. It's not that that's super old. Like, look at Aaron Rodgers. Look at
Yeah.
he still went to the playoffs.
Oh, we didn't even talk about A-Rod. We were about to end it. We didn't even mention A-Rod one time. He's coming back.
Is he?
I'm pretty sure. I think sources are leaning towards that he's coming back with Mike McCarthy next year. Dude, how did we go the whole show and not talk about him one time?
He's one of the best
horrible
quarterbacks.
analysts, dude. Jesus.
He's honestly this is extremely like different for every person. Like a lot of people don't even put him in your top 10. I feel like he's definitely a top 10 quarterback.
He's like top 5, dude.
Yeah, even higher. Yeah, exactly.
What, Brady? All right, we'll go Brady, Peyton, 1 and 2. You want to throw Joe Montana in there? That's fine. You want to throw Drew in there? That's fine.
Yeah.
And then who's next? A-Rod. You know what I'm saying? So there's not a lot of guys that I would put. What are we gonna put Johnny Unitas over A-Rod?
No.
Fuck no. Are we gonna fucking put, dude? Don't even start with these rankings. Some of these rankings out of C are atrocious, bro. They're so bad.
I'm not gonna lie though. Like Dan Marino is definitely up there too.
Yes, Dan Marino is. I don't think he's top 5 for me.
No, he's
I'm not even saying that because I'm a
now.
Pats fan and he's a Dolphins.
Yep.
I just think A-Rod, because he would be my 5 spot if it weren't for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, 100%. Yep.
Because that dude was ahead of his time, bro.
But yeah.
That man was ahead of his time. He just unfortunately never got the big win.
I feel like the reason Joe Montana is so high up there, like, agree to disagree, but like how quarterbacks get treated today, like it's nothing. It's just how the game has evolved. Quarterbacks used to like get smeared, bro. Like they still get hit hard. Don't get me wrong.
No,
but like,
no, dude, you don't even have to sugarcoat it. It's nowhere near.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. They used to get like if they got tackled, they got leveled out.
Dude, Brady will. He's so open about this all the time that he hates how it is now.
Oh, yeah, and definitely. And how do you feel about the kickoff rule? That's another thing because the kickoff rule, I feel like, because you shouldn't have to tell another team you're doing an onside kick. I feel
right,
like.
that's the whole point of the onside kick.
That's what I'm saying. Like that don't.
You want to know a good one? Look, you want to know a good one? Super Bowl. God, dude, 40. Hang on, my memory. 45. I want to say. Don't quote me. I think 45. Saints Colts.
I think that was 44, actually. It might have been 45.
Well, I know 42 was Patriots Giants.
Yep.
And I know 40. God, I don't even know my team's history. I think 45 was Patriots Giants too. I don't know. It was whatever the Super Bowl was Saints Colts. I think it was in the 40s. It was like 44, 40. It was one of them. Saints run a 9-side kick. And it shocked the Colts, dude. And they got the ball back. And they were down like 21-10, I believe. So it is stupid that you have to let people know that you're doing an onside kick. It ruins the onside kick.
Yep.
So I'm with you on that. I'm with you.
It definitely is just like some of the changes they make, and like I said, like with the whole thing about Joe Montana, not only for what he did, but another reason I rank him so high is because the level back in the day of like nowadays, it's not that they're scared to hit the quarterback, but they are at the same time. Like
Right, because they'll get
they'll
penalized.
get penalized. Yeah, exactly.
Dude,
Like
you can't
it's
even hit them anymore, man.
no. And like another major success reason of like cloud me for saying this of Patrick Mahomes is because every time he got smeared, like when he got smeared, it's a penalty. You know, it's
Yeah.
back in the
No,
day. Like
I'm with you on it.
unless Patrick Mahomes just keeps on stacking them and stacking them, I'm not going to put Patrick Mahomes in the top 5 quarterback conversation.
Okay, now that's a hot take. See, look, that's what the show's all about, baby. Is hot takes.
Yep.
Hot takes and hot cakes, man. I like that take. I don't agree with you, but I like the take. You
He's
know,
definitely like the Super
I've
Bowl runs
never
is impressive for his age. I'll give him
right.
that.
Yep.
But
I'll
like
give you this. I've never heard anybody have that kind of take before. And I've never had anybody ever have that kind of reasoning for not putting him up there. So it's interesting that you bring that up, and I really like that. That's
yeah,
good. I have never heard that take ever. You have seriously given me a take that is like one of one. Like this is
hell yeah.
ching Dawson stamped, bro. Like
Yep.
I've never heard that take. That's a good one. That's a good hot take. I like that. I don't agree with it, but look, I see where you're coming from. I
Yeah.
see with me is I can always play devil's advocate. I can at least see why you're trying,
Yeah.
why you believe what you believe. So I understand it. That's good. And I like that one.
And honestly, let me reward that because I didn't mean top 5. I just mean more so like I don't see him surpassing Tom Brady. Like I don't see him surpassing Eli Manning. He could have more rings than or more bowls than Eli Manning, but I still don't feel like because like Tom Brady,
The
he
era,
has.
dude, it's just different era.
That's what I'm saying. Tom Brady, like everyone will say this about Tom Brady, like without Gronk, he wouldn't. Even without Gronk, bro, I really feel like he would make another player
Do
shine.
people not realize that Brady was winning Super Bowls before Gronk?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's all and like with Patrick
Gronk was
Mahomes,
only
people
with
will
us
say
for
it's
the
Travis
last part of the
Kelsey.
dynasty.
Like that's what I'm saying though. It's like people will say Patrick Mahomes has Travis Kelsey and he has Xavier Worthy and he has like Xavier
Yeah,
Worthy is
big
like one of the
argument was
fastest
with
receivers. You know, he
yeah,
is
yeah.
he's a great receiver. Don't get me wrong, but then they didn't make the playoffs this year, and now it's just a big controversy about like they haven't made the playoffs or they went to the playoffs every year in what like for 13 or 12 years.
Since I think 2013, yeah,
Yeah,
they've made it every year. Yep.
it's like I'm not taking away anything from Patrick Mahomes. He was very young and he was doing what like honestly, I feel like he's a comparable player to Drake May for what he did with this team in certain terms. Like
Okay,
in
no,
terms of
I see
being
where you're coming.
a young quarterback taking your team like
Yep. No,
to
I
the
see what.
Super
Yep.
Bowl and taking them to the playoffs after having because they still went to the playoffs the year before Patrick Mahomes was there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's a good
I'm
point.
pretty sure they got eliminated in the first or second round.
Yeah. No, they did lose. Yeah.
Yep. And then like from that big change from Patrick Mahomes coming in and not breaking records but setting like just a huge super high standard for what they
Yes.
did and then
Yep.
continuing to do it. That's
Yep.
a that's a but like you said, the reason I'm not going to put him or like I said, the reason I'm not going to put him over Tom Brady is because I just don't think he's what like Tom Brady was, or maybe not even what Eli Manning was as a individual player. Because
Yeah.
his whole team, I'm not saying his team is stacked, but he definitely has pieces to all of his puzzle, and he's not like I don't know. He got the size to be a great quarterback. He got the arm to be a great quarterback.
Yeah.
He just like he lacked certain things that I feel like when Tom Brady got drafted, no one thought Tom Brady was gonna be nothing. Like
No, he was
he was
not athletic. He could,
yeah,
dude. He did
exactly.
not have the strongest arm. He was not
Nope.
fast. He was not
Nope.
agile. That dude wasn't quick.
That's what
He
I'm
was your
saying.
average man.
Patrick Mahomes came into the league and he was already a top like 2 player in college, you know what I mean? Like he came in and
He
he was
was, yeah, he was projected to be a pretty high pick in
yeah,
2017.
yeah, exactly. Like
I get
Tom
what you
Brady,
mean. Yep.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
You're
Like,
saying the expectations
yes,
is what not like that's what's driving you off about him is
yes,
because Pat came in with the expectations. Brady earned the expectations.
exactly.
Okay.
Even Eli Manning, he wasn't. He was what like
He
quote
was,
me. I think it was like a 4th or a 5th round pick, maybe.
buddy, I love you. You're way off.
No, I'm saying no. It was a first round, but he was like the fourth or fifth pick.
No,
No,
he was first overall.
was he really?
In '04, he was first overall to the Chargers, got traded to the Giants.
I might be thinking of his brother.
Peyton was also first overall in 1998.
Damn it, dude! I'm off on that. Gosh darn it.
I still understand what you mean, though. The expectations,
Yes,
like
the
Brady
expectations.
created them, Mahomes came in with them.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, and I'm not even trying to be a dick rider for Tom Brady. The Patriots ain't my favorite team. Like, yeah, they're a. I've always liked the Patriots. They've always just because I've always seen them win. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like
yeah.
they've always been a winning. When I was a kid and I was watching the Super Bowls, the Lions were never in the Super Bowl.
But he said when I'm a kid, like we ain't the fucking goddamn same age, brother. I grew up with New England winning
Well, no,
too.
yeah, well, yeah, but you were an OG like
I know,
Patriots
I
fan.
know. Yeah.
I used to just like be like, don't get me wrong, I definitely liked the Patriots more when they were winning than I did Kansas City. Like I did not.
See, that's an interesting one. How quickly, like, yes, Kansas City, they kind of had similar, like when the Patriots were the underdogs against the Rams. Everybody loved them when they beat the Rams, right? And then they slowly became the villains. But I don't. Maybe we're just remembering wrong because so much time has passed now since the dominant Pats dynasty. But I think you're right on that in terms of like people giving the Chiefs more hate for their dynasty than New
Yeah,
England's. But like I said, we could be wrong because just of how much time has passed.
yeah,
But
and we're
dude, that's an interesting one because I definitely do see a lot more hate for the Chiefs than I did.
yeah,
Maybe because I'm a Patriots fan, so I was on the opposite side of it all. But that's a good one because I definitely agree with that because think about it, when they played us in the AFC Championship game, they were the hero.
yep,
And then how quickly did Mahomes become the villain once he won Super Bowl 57, Super Bowl 58,
mm-hmm.
you know? So I like that take. That's an interesting one. I agree with that. But like I said, we could just be unks and just remembering wrong. But
Yeah,
I definitely do see a lot more Chiefs, especially like I know Patriots had like Spygate and Deflategate, which Deflategate, get the fuck out of here.
yeah.
Come on, brother.
Like
But
every freaking TikTok I see on Tom Brady, I look in the comments. It's like Tom Deflady or some stupid
yeah,
stupid take. It's like
yeah.
you
But
can't
dude,
really. I don't know. I don't put that against him because I don't. You never know what to believe. Like someone literally could have,
we got to think the Colts were using the same balls.
Yeah, literally
So like, so what's the problem? If
should be an
Brady
even
deflated the
game.
balls, the same balls that the Colts were using,
Right.
what is the problem?
Hmm.
I don't understand that argument at all.
Well, any more topics to end it on?
I mean, I'm about wrapped if you're wrapped, son.
Yep, I'm good.
All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll see what makes Final Cut.
Yep.
Thank you, Dawson, for being on here. We're gonna be
Oh,
doing
yep.
this a lot more, brother. Please
I'm
do this
down.
with me.
Yep.
This will probably be up. Oh, let's see. It's February 11th as we are in here recording. It'll probably be up tomorrow because I already posted a video today. We'll see what I do with the clips and stuff. I don't know, but I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, share it, like it, comment, subscribe, share it to your grandma. Maybe she's a Patriots fan or a Lions fan. I don't know. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.